Do I want to be celibate or get a new roster?
Drop the roof and let the smoke clear. I got diamonds doing pussy slides in both gears. Dice rolling on the Las Vegas strip tonight. Slip that on and we might miss the fight.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name's Tyler Gomez and today I just want to do my makeup and talk to y'all. Just a little chit chat, get ready with me. Something for the girls, a little girl talk. Let's get into it. I already did my skincare as you saw in that little montage, you know. I feel like that's so important to include and get ready with me is because the skincare before the makeup is what makes the makeup really lay flat. Like look how hydrated my skin is before I even put any makeup on, especially if you have dry skin like me. Just a little context, I'm about to go to the mall with my friend. Actually, I'm going to the mall alone, but then I'm going to a friend's house who just happens to live by the mall that I'm going to. I like to sandwich things because, you know, driving in LA can be a lot. What I want to talk about in this Get Ready With Me is my 2023 game plan for leveling up. You know, I'm a Capricorn, so I got the shit mapped out. You feel me? Just so you know, all the products will be linked below. For 2023, I want this year to just be all about love and compassion. That's my theme for this year. Thinking about last year and just like the kind of friend I am, I'm like, there's room for growth. So funny, I saw this clip from Sex and the City.
What are you gonna do, Miranda? You gonna cut me out of your life like you did to Steve? What? The first sign of any little weakness or flaw, and you just write people off. My God, Miranda, you are so judgmental. Oh, what, you can say that I'm pathetic and needy and I can't say anything to you? You know, everybody's not as tough as you, Miranda. Some of us make mistakes.
And I really resonated with Miranda, and it was like, wow, I feel like this is what shadow work is. Like when you really are confronted with like your dark self and you're like, I guess open to accepting this is actually how I am, for good or bad. This is a trait of mine. It's basically like, oh, you just write off people for showing weaknesses. Like not everyone can be as tough as you. I'm not saying I'm the toughest girl in the world, but I definitely have a cold exterior and I try to be like logical about things and I try not to let things affect me, and it like can frustrate me when people, you know, just make stupid decisions. But I've realized friendship is about giving grace to certain things. Like no one's gonna be exactly like you. No one's perfect. I don't think I'm perfect, but obviously in my head, the way I do things makes a lot of sense. But it's okay for other people not to do things like that. And I feel like I've distanced myself from friends in the past because I just felt like they were dumb when it came to guys and stuff. But that's not a good reason to like not be friends with someone, in my opinion, because I feel like there's levels to it. If they're putting themselves in danger, yeah. But if she's just learning and going through a learning path, like it's okay to be her friend through that. But yeah, so I just want to be a more compassionate person and I want to give love more freely in 2023. Not to these niggas though, to the girls and the girls only. I also want to level up in terms of career stuff. I feel like that's probably my biggest goal of 2023, aside from like interpersonally wanting to just give more love. I just want to really go hard with all my career aspirations. Like if you don't know, I'm an actress, so acting is why I initially moved to LA, and I just feel like sometimes I can really just get distracted from acting and I can let acting take a backseat to like content creating or just other stuff, because acting's really daunting, you know, and it's like you get tired of hearing so many no's, you get tired of putting your all into all these auditions and not hearing anything back. But in 2023, I realized that's just part of the process. Like I'm not gonna hear a yes until I hear some no's. I'm starting the year off with this comedy intensive. I'm taking the Leslie Kahn comedy intensive, and that starts on Wednesday. I'm kind of scared because it is a big time commitment and a big financial investment. Now, I was on the fence about it. It cost like $800. But at the end of the day, it was really like, how serious are you about acting? Like, it's about 6 hours every Wednesday and then 3 hours every day in January that I have to dedicate to rehearsing material with scene partners. So I'm just like, you know what? This is like, not me getting pimples around my nose, but I was just like, this is what I need to kick my butt into high gear. I'm a serious actor. I say I'm a serious actor. Let's put my money, let's put my time where my mouth is. So I'm excited to do that in 2023. Other ways I want to level up in 2023 is with fitness. I think living in LA, working in social media can really just like drive you to plastic surgery. Like, I've been considering getting work done for like, I don't know, as long as I can remember. Like, I know since I was in college, I like legitimately thought about it. And then moving out here just really made it worse because it was like, I met people with work done. So it became like, it transformed from this thing I just saw on social media to this thing that like, oh, people actually get this done. Like, I know somebody with a BBL. I know several people with BBLs. I know people with multiple BBLs. I know people with lipo, people with this, people with that. So being in LA and seeing that firsthand, it's like, okay, this is like an actual thing I could do. Like, I have the resources. I know the good doctors. I could do it. I really had to think, like, is this the path I want to go down? Like, is this something I really want? Cause child, I feel like if you are on my close friends on Instagram, I feel like I'm always talking like, oh, I'm gonna get lipo. I can't wait to get lipo. All I want for my birthday is lipo. But the thing is, for the longest time, I wanted someone else to pay for my lipo. And shit, I still do. Like, it's just so expensive. As time went on, I realized that's just unrealistic. Like, if a guy likes me for my body now, he's not gonna pay to get it changed unless it was like bigger boobs or bigger butt. But that's not what I want. So it's like, it's not gonna happen. A guy's not gonna pay for my lipo. And I've accepted that. So if I want my damn lipo, I'm gonna have to pay for it myself. And, you know, it's just something I've been thinking about a lot. And where I am now is I don't wanna get it right now. I feel like people think lipo is an easy way out, and I don't think that's the case. I think it's a quicker way to get what you want, but I don't think it's an easy way out. Losing weight, getting lipo, like, you pick your hard. Like, lipo is just a different kind of hard. Like, I think people try to minimize surgery and like the complications that could arise in surgery, but I'm a Capricorn. I'm gonna think about it all. And after like talking to people who have had lipo done, like, that shit hurts. It burns, it's not comfortable. And there's a lot of room for error. A lot of times people have to go second rounds. Like, there's a lot that could go wrong with it. So you think you're getting this quick fix solution to it, but then you end up with more issues. So before I do that, I really just want to give it my all with working out and eating right. I feel like I've been going at a medium level with both of them. Like, I eat pretty healthy. I don't eat bad. I work out pretty regularly. I'm not the most consistent, but I work out pretty regularly and my body's fine. Like, I think I have a great body. Don't get me wrong. I love my body so much. I really do. I think I'm hot as fuck. So I just don't want people to be like, oh, this makes me sad. She hates herself. Cause I don't. I love myself a lot. But I can still want to be skinnier. Damn. Like, two things can be true at once. And I just want everybody to know that. So basically what I'm saying is, I think my body is great while doing not the bare minimum. I wouldn't say I'm doing the bare minimum. I'd say I'm doing the medium minimum. My body's great doing the medium minimum. But I just want to see how good could it get. Like, if I really kick this shit in high gear, like, my body's great now. How good could it get? Like, so that's really what I'm interested in seeing for 2023. I've gained like 20 pounds from graduating college. So I want to lose that weight. Everything that I'm aspiring to in 2023, it's like, yes, I have these outcome-based goals, but I'm really thinking about the systems. I read this book called Atomic Habits, and I really recommend it to everyone looking to change their life and incorporate better habits into their life, because it really changed the way I like view things. And now I know, like, me just wanting to lose weight, great, good. But how are we gonna get there? So that's why this year I'm really focusing on implementing a system of healthy living. So being a content creator and a social media influencer is just so easy to like not have a routine. Like, I can get my work done without waking up at a certain time, and the work still gets done. I still post my videos. I can do all my work in one day and lay in bed the next few days and edit and like be fine. And like, it's cool to be like that, but it's not good if you have like really big goals. Like, I feel like having really big goals, you need some sort of structure in your life. And I feel like that's what 2022 is missing for me, like that structure component. Like, I just really need more structure in my life. So that's a big goal for 2023. Just incorporating more structure and like actually having a routine. Like, I have a loose routine, but I want a real regimented routine. So right now I am waking up at 7 a.m., out the door to the gym or to a workout class by 8 o'clock, come home, get started on work by 10. That's like my morning routine. And obviously, like, from 7 to 8, I want to like journal, drink water. Like, I have a whole schedule in my notes app that I planned out for myself. And I just think that's what I need to like stay on track. Like, something I don't even have to think about it. It becomes second nature. It's just a system for success. And then like other things that are helping me achieve this goal, I am forcing myself only to eat out on the weekends once or twice a week. And that's gonna help the bank account, child, and the diet, because I feel like there's just so many calories when you eat out. Like, it's just so hard. Like, even if you're eating like relatively healthy things, it's like hard to track the calories. I feel like my makeup's like coming out kind of ugly. It's just kind of murky in here. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna clean it up with more concealer. And then as far as like nutrition goes, just making it fun really works for me. Like, making it fun and making it easy. So one thing that happens for me is I won't have any food in the house. So then it's like, well, I gotta eat, so let me do Uber Eats. So I'm being really deliberate about like easy meals I can make just being at home. So I have sandwich stuff, I have frozen stuff, just like every excuse I have to order out, I'm gonna have that excuse to eat it. And I think that'll really help, because I notice like I eat out when I don't have food, or when I feel like I don't have food in the house. So it's like, let's eliminate that. And another part of like the scheduling and the system is every Monday, that's the day I'm picking, I'm gonna go to the grocery store. I'm gonna grocery shop every Monday. It's important for everyone to identify like what makes you fall back into those habits. Like, in the book Atomic Habits, he talks about how you implement goals. You make it easy, you make it attractive, and you make it like rewarding. So yeah, systems, routines, scheduling, like my main thing for 2023. I feel like I said my main thing like 3 times. But like, even with like YouTube, I think consistency is really key, and it's a reason that's what everyone says about every social media thing. Consistency. Like, I hear you and I know it to be true, especially like seeing my growth and my success on TikTok. Like, I know how I got there. It was being consistent and like not giving up and not stopping when the views got low. It was like really having a schedule. I was posting 3 to 4 TikToks a day. I wasn't letting up. I saw what was doing well. I replicated what was doing well, and I just doubled down on it. That's exactly what I need to do with YouTube. And YouTube's just a bigger time investment, because like the editing takes a while, all the technical stuff behind it takes a while. So I know I can't just say I'm gonna be consistent on YouTube and leave it at that. I have to have a system in place that helps me be consistent on YouTube. So that looks like, for me, filming on weekends, editing during the week, picking a day to edit, and that day is gonna be my edit day, Wednesday. Wednesday's my edit day, and then having a video out by Friday. And my hope is that as the year goes on, I'm able to, you know, increase my output and do 2 videos a week. Maybe like Wednesday's my edit day and I do 2 videos in that edit day, and then I can post on Friday and Saturday. But this is me and my Capricornness getting a little too far ahead. That's another thing that's important though. Set small goals. And the book talks about this as well. I'm gonna link the book below. But setting small goals so you don't overwhelm yourself. Like, it's so easy to overwhelm yourself. And it's like you hear these conflicting things on the internet, like have big goals, dream big, shoot for the moon, and then you'll land upon the stars. And I believe all that stuff, but we also have to like not burn out. And we have to like be delusional, but in a realistic way, which sounds like a paradox, but I think it goes back to 2 things can be true at once. Be delusional in the fact that I want 1 million subscribers. I'm gonna get 1 million subscribers. But before I get 1 million subscribers, I have to have 10,000 subscribers. So there are goals we can have all along the way. That's what I'm saying pretty much. So while there will be a point in my YouTube career where I'm putting out 2 videos a week, let's get to 1. Let's get to 1 video a week, and let's do that and do that really well for like 6 months, and then we can amp it up. You know, because if I just start off out the gate like, okay, we're doing 2 videos a month, and then I get burnt out and I'm like, I can't do 2 videos, not 2 videos a month, 2 videos a week, and then I get burnt out not doing it, that's gonna like set me back even more because I'm like, I'm not doing it. And then that's how you end up taking a break from YouTube, and it's 3 months later and now you're back. Being realistic with your patterns is so important with goal setting, especially when something's been a goal for a while. But I'm not beating myself up. You know, YouTube is a journey and it's a difficult one. And I have so much respect for the women who are just excelling, like my favorites, like Aaliyah's Face, Monet, Kyra, like all my favorites. I just see like the work that they put in, and it's so inspiring because they make it look easy, and it's really fucking not. And that's a skill. So if there are any other content creators out there, just know it's not an easy thing, but consistency really does pay off. But consistency with a plan is what keeps you consistent. That's just my 2 cents on it. Another thing for 2022, 2023, it's 2023, Tyler. I'm like debating on if I want a new roster. I'm like, do I want to be celibate or get a new roster? Comment down below, which one should I do? Be celibate or get a new year, new roster? I think I want a new roster, but the thing is, I want it to be easy. I don't know if I want to do dating apps. Like, I love dating apps because I think it is so easy, like seeing just an array of men, a buffet of men. But it's also like, I don't know. I just feel like, I don't want to say it because I feel like it's going to be mean, but I'm just like, are the best men on dating apps? Are the men with the most options on dating apps? I do want a man with a lot of options. So maybe he's not going to be on dating apps. Also, okay, we're going to transition into doing my hair. Let me know if you want a tutorial on my makeup. I can do a dedicated video that is a tutorial of me walking through things, but this is just a chit chat, so I didn't really talk about the products much, but everything will be linked below. But let's get into this hair, child. I feel like I just got my hair done, but I need my hair done again. Like, this back track is so loose. Like, it's time to just restart the sew-in. But I don't know if I should get a sew-in again. I'm thinking middle part, or if I should get braids. Being a black woman is so hard for a plethora of reasons, but this is definitely one of them. Just so many damn options. Okay, but I think I'm just gonna straighten it because I feel like straightening hair is just so much easier than curling it, and I just want to look cute and put together. But I also, this is a lot of hair. Do I feel like straightening all this hair? I'm gonna do it. It'll be fine. Yeah, so when it comes to dating, oh my god, no, I have to update you about my sexuality. If you watched my Vegas vlog, I know I had a revelation about my sexuality, and I feel like I was talking about it pretty like cavalierly. I was being very cavalier about how I was talking about my sexuality. Like, I'm straight, but and that's because that vlog was mainly like a humorous, entertaining vlog. But now we're sitting down, we're having girl talk. We can really get to the nitty-gritty. I think I am straight, but I don't want to just negate every feeling I've ever had for a woman, because I don't think that's fair to me or the women that I've dealt with, because there's definitely been something there. So I wouldn't say I'm like a straight line, but when you think about the word sexual or the term sexual preference, it suggests there's a preference, and I think my preference sexually is men. So in that sense of the word, yes, I am heterosexual, but like there have been women I've been so attracted to. I've slept with women, like I've enjoyed it. It's just not my favorite thing. So I'm at a point where I'm still like learning what to make of that, like learning what to make of my sexuality. But I do think the easy answer is I'm straight. I cried for like 20 minutes when I realized I was straight. I think it was just like a sobering thought to like think, oh wow, now I'm stuck with men. No offense to men, but I definitely think part of my enthusiasm for being bi, dating women, was the fact that I didn't have to deal with my issues with men. And that's just like self-reflecting, you know, being real with yourself. Like, I hate being a stereotype, so I think it was hard for me to admit that I wasn't gay, because I didn't want to be one of those straight girls messing with like a gay woman and playing with her feelings. That was never my intention, and I made that very clear to the girl I was seeing. I hope she feels that way. She might not, but all you can do is like make your intentions be known, apologize when you do harm, and then move forward. I'm not gonna beat myself up about it, especially like since that was my first real experience, real deep dive into dating a woman. It's like, how was I supposed to know this wasn't my cup of tea until I sipped the cup of tea, you know? So yeah, I give myself grace with that. But it's crazy. I still see women, I'm like, wow, you're so attractive. It's just like, I wish they had a dick. Like if they had a dick, easier, because I just really like that. But yeah, I am excited to start dating men again, I guess. I've been seeing like a lot of women in successful relationships with men, so that gives me hope. I just want to be like very, I don't know if intentional is the right word, but very, I guess, in my feminine energy when it comes to dealing with men. Like, I'm not trying to pick up a guy. I'm gonna keep myself open to the possibility of someone like approaching me, I guess. I hate being approached, but I'm just not gonna do the dating apps. This is like a roundabout way of me saying I'm not doing the dating apps. I want to meet somebody in person. I want to meet a person that excites me, interests me. I guess this could be like me manifesting the person I want. What do I want? I want someone, yeah, who interests me, excites me. I'm not like, I know I'm still not ready for a relationship, so yeah, but I'm like ready to start working on my issues with men in the context of relationship. And the only way I can do that is by dating, you know? Like, I think people have a misconception of what healing is about. Like, you cannot heal in isolation. Like, think about it. You have a problem communicating your frustrations, so you isolate and you heal. Who are you communicating with in that isolation? Like, are you really healing and working on that issue? Or are you just like taking a break and like removing yourself from it entirely so that the feelings aren't as like strong and negative anymore? It's a little lukewarm, so you feel healed, but you're not really healed. You're just not dealing with it. I don't know who I read just then, but I know I read myself, so I know somebody else got read too. But the thing is, we cannot heal in isolation, especially like if your problems with relationships exist in the context of relationships. You not being in a relationship can't fix it, you know? And I'm not saying like go get in a relationship to fix your issues. But I guess, you know, I'm low-key saying that. But I think you can fix it casually dating too. Like, let's see, what's an issue I have? I think men are bad people. That's an issue I have. I think they are very selfish, and it's hard for them to really put others first and to not just try to dog women out. That's what I think. I know logically that not all men are like this. So before y'all come in my comments like, not all men, I know. That's the thing about like feeling something and knowing something. I know that's not the case, but I still feel it. So the way I'm gonna work on that is I'm gonna put myself in situations to be proven wrong. I might end up being proved right, which sucks because then that sets me back. But I'm like in 2023, I just want to be open to receiving men that are better than the men I've dealt with in the past. And I think intentions and like law of attraction, woo-woo, like setting the intention, like I'm gonna meet decent human beings, I think that will definitely help me. And like, you know, the obvious, not going after people in the clubs, not going after certain career paths like promoters or DJs or personal trainers. Just, okay, I'd have a personal trainer on the roster. Just one or two. Personal trainers are just so hot. If you want to find guys that are different from the guys you've dealt with before, maybe you need to deal with guys that are different than the guys you've dealt with before. Like if you've only dated DJs and you're like, oh, guys cheat, well, maybe stop dating guys whose job is to like flirt with people and be at the club and to party all night, you know? So that's just my 2 cents on it. I don't know, I'm pretty open-minded to like who I'll meet, what kind of person I'll meet. I kind of miss dating older people, especially since I know I'm not looking for anything serious. Oh my god, I should do a whole video about how I think people are just OD about age gap couples, because I hate seeing the Twitter takes about age gap couples. Like, y'all really just remove a woman's agency. Like, oh my god, he's going after her and she's so young and impressionable. Like, can we acknowledge the fact that multiple things can be true at the same time? That's what I want everyone to do in 2023. Multiple things can be true at the same time. Like, yeah, a guy can be a predator going after super young girls all the time. He could also just fuck with this one really young girl. Like, it's a lot of different levels to it. Maybe that young girl is mature for her age. Maybe he's not just saying that. You don't know, because you don't know the dynamics of that relationship, you know? And I'm not saying like that bad situations with age gaps don't exist, because they definitely exist. But I don't think it's right to like take away a woman's agency and be like, oh no, if she's this age, she can't possibly make these decisions. Like her brain's not developed. Yo, I hate that shit. I hate that your brain's not developed. My brain is developed enough to move to a different country, move to a different state, pay my bills, take care of myself, keep everything going in my life. My brain's developed enough for that. My brain's developed enough for that. So why can't my brain be developed enough to date who I want to date? I just think people also worry too much about things that don't concern them. Like, what does this 21-year-old dating a 40-year-old have to do with you? Is that your sister? Like, I get it maybe if it's your sister and you're worried about her and you know your sister is like really weak-willed when it comes to men, then I get it. But some random girl on the internet, like, why do you care so much? It's like, it's weird. It's so weird. And I just don't understand. I don't get it. And maybe I'm going so hard on this topic because I've been that girl and I've known like exactly what I wanted from situations with older men, and I've gotten exactly what I wanted from those situations. So to hear people like try to invalidate my experience, like, oh, you were so young, you were being manipulated. Was I really? Because I had a great time. If anything, I was more manipulated by the guy who was 2 years older than me than the guy that was 20 years older than me. Now we can talk about that, but y'all don't want to talk about that. I'm sorry, this topic just really pisses me off. Because at what age does a woman become old enough to make the decision on who she dates? At 25? Is that the magic age? Why is that the magic age? Who said that's the magic age? Like, I don't know, child. Like, this stuff just really grinds my gears. I guess because I take it personally. I do. I don't want y'all to misunderstand me. Do I think there are some weirdos out there that prey on young girls? Yes, of course there are. Of course. But do I think every young girl is weak-willed and easily manipulated? No, because y'all bitches be 40 being played and run through the mud too. So it's not like there's this magic age where you can stop being manipulated, you know? So let's just all mind the business that pays us. And not to call 40-year-old women out, like everyone deserves love. I'm just saying, like, there's not a magic age where you become not a target for manipulation. And that's not to say that I think 16-year-olds and 20-year-olds should be together. I think that's a big difference. But I think once you have to deal with the realities and the responsibilities of being an adult and living on your own, like, there's a huge difference between who I am now and who I was at 16. And I definitely think the responsibility plays a big part in, like, your maturity. Like, I've been living on my own. I moved out at 17. I've been taking care of myself since 17. Once I moved out, nobody could tell me anything. Like, hindsight, I do wish my family would have told me not to move across the country with my crazy ass ex, but it's the pandemic. I think everyone was making poor decisions. But I could get into that. I don't actually think that was a poor decision. I think everything works out the way it's supposed to work out. I just like making jokes. I'm a comedian. Ciao. My hair, I think this is just as good as it's gonna get. I'm gonna put some oil in it to give it some shine. Gonna use this Oribe oil because it makes me feel wealthy. So what else did I want to talk about leveling up in 2023? Oh, in all my like goals and like quest for, you know, betterment, I still want to have fun. Like, I feel like in the past it's so easy for me to lock in on goals and just like neglect my need for fun and enjoyment. And then you know what I do? I rage. So I'm like, how about we skip the raging part and just make sure we incorporate social activities into every week, just as we incorporate like the work activities. So this is my tip to everyone. Make time for fun. I feel really cute and put together. So final thoughts on like leveling up for 2023. I think every year will be the same if you just focus on your goals and not the systems to make those goals come true. I started an empowerment program when I was in high school, and one of the lessons we talked about was goal setting and how a goal without a plan is just an idea. It's like nothing. So I just think the most important part of goal setting is the plan on how you're going to get there. And that's what I'm doing different this year, putting more effort into the plan. And I'm just really excited. I think YouTube's my like biggest goal, like the consistency, because this has been a journey I've been on since like 2019, and I've had different setbacks along the way. I could do a whole story about that, but it's excuses at this point. Like right now, I'm very motivated, very locked in, but you know what? Motivation only gets you halfway. Then the discipline has to take over. We're all really motivated right now. It's the beginning of the year. This is like the most motivated time you'll have. So it's like you have to balance that with getting the discipline in, with the system, so you can just work on autopilot, you know? Because every day you're not going to be like, I just want to edit this video. But you know it's Wednesday, so you have to edit that video. So that's my 2 cents. But I'll show you the final look in a minute. All right, and here is the final fit. The final look, we have this sweater from Forever 21. And then these leggings from my outfit online. And I'm gonna pair it with my Telfar and my Steve Madden shoes. I just wanna thank everyone for watching my chit chat get ready with me. I hope I didn't offend anyone. Teehee. But let me know what your favorite part of this video was and what you'd like to see from me in the future. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification button so you stay up to date with what I have going on. And thank you just so much for watching this video. Bye.